Fellow Toastmaster, dear guest, present here and present there. A lovely morning to all of you. Good morning. Yes. So it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the meeting number 569 of our Invictus Toastmasters Club. I hope this meeting will be absolutely copacetic, and not just copacetic, but energetic, enthusiastic, and engaging. So let's all stay on the front route and not just participate like a spectator, but like active participant. So I will ask some questions. If you know the answer, just not raise your hand. Do like this. What is the name of your sergeant at arms? Sergeant at arms. What is the name of our presiding officer? What is the full name of our Toastmasters founder? Founder of the Toastmasters. Don't know? Anyone online? Founder of the Toastmasters? Full name? Yes, Aman, Toastmaster Aman.
Ralph C. Smith.
Dr. Ralph C. Smedley. Yes, Dr. Ralph Chestnut Smedley. So now, as your Sergeant at Arms, I, Toastmaster Shireen, welcome you once again all to the meeting number 569 of our Invictus Toastmasters Club. And now I will guide you through the core values and mission of Toastmaster, followed by housekeeping rule. The mission of Toastmaster is the core values of Toastmasters are integrity, respect, service, and excellence. And the mission of Toastmaster is, I want you all to repeat after me. The mission of Toastmaster is to provide positive and supportive learning environment to its members, to develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. And now, to ensure a meeting is safe and absolutely copacetic, there are few housekeeping rules we all must follow. Number one, as Toastmaster, we avoid discussing topics like sex, politics, and religion. Please refrain from speaking if someone is here giving their speeches or explaining any role. Please mute your mic here. Please keep your mobile phones on silent mode. Right? Online friends, please add DM guest before your name and your role next to you. And please mute your mic if you are not speaking, and please keep your camera on while you are speaking. And friends, if you have any technical problem, please feel free to contact our tech master or host of the meeting. And please clap wholeheartedly after every performance, because why? Appreciation is Toastmasters culture, and we have to follow this tradition. We are all Toastmasters. And handshake is a must here before coming on and off the stage, because first handshake means yes, all the best. And second handshake means yes, you have done a very good job, well done. And now it is time to welcome our very dear presiding officer. But before that, I have a moment to share. Our presiding officer has completed her third master's with 100% marks. Online friends, you can show some love for her by, yes, like that. Now, please welcome our presiding officer, Toastmaster Dr. Sangeet.
Okay, the marks were not meant to share because I'm very shy. Yes, when I got my results, 1,000 on 1,000, I was like, yay! And I just didn't think about it. But thank you so much, Toastmaster Shireen. And now, welcome to the 569th meeting of our Invictus Toastmasters Club. And you might be thinking why I'm dolled up. because I have a 22-minute speech today. And I have not prepared, and I was sharing this with Laksh as well. And I have somehow prepared a PowerPoint presentations as well. But I feel this is a topic that you all would be interested in. But more about my topic in my speech because we have 22 minutes. Hi, Toastmaster Disha. Stuck in traffic? Okay. Anyway, but I really want to thank all of you who came long way and you all are here. And thank you, online friends as well, for joining. Yesterday, I was just fondling with the base camp and I have checked there are a lot of new things, new stuff that are coming up on base camp. Has anyone checked it? Base camp, how many of you opens your base camp frequently? Okay, okay. Really? Or do you procrastinate like me? Okay, and please, because I cannot, I just can see Risal raising her hand. If you can raise your hand or show an emoji, it would be great. Okay, anyway, and I found out a lot of new stuff is there in our base camp, and I think so. It is more UI and UX friendly. Therefore, I also think because it has changed a lot, you might be thinking about how to go about because there have been some cases where people have checked in for completing the project and they have not received a message. This happened to me as well. This happened to Shireen and a lot of people. So if this happens, please check with me. I would send a message to the Toastmasters International. Is it solved for you? Yes. Okay. So this is the first thing that I want to say. There is a second announcement as well. Our next meeting would possibly be online or it would be shifted to 26th of April. I would share the details by today evening or tomorrow. Therefore, do check the messages in the group and we would share it. And again, the venue is not available on 2nd of May. So for 2nd of May, we would probably be planning an online meeting. So this is for 2 weeks that we need to adjust because of the venue events. Some events will be happening. But yes, all in all, I would be sharing all the details very soon. And now we have a guest. I know you might be palpitating, but I'll stand with you if you want, because it is again a thing like we know you, but the more amount of time you come and share about your introduction, it becomes very easy. So let's call our guest and have an introduction.
I will make the habit of sharing. So, my second, my habit now. Their faces and I feel proud of myself also. It's a big achievement for me. Standing in front of you and being so confident. I know I am working on a step ahead.
This is beautiful. This is two things. And do we have any guests online? Toastmaster Risal or Shraddha, could you confirm? I cannot see any guests.
No.
No? Okay.
We have.
Yes, we have. We do have. And now we have a person with us, and he is Toastmasters Bhavani's son. And could you come and introduce yourself?
Good morning. My name is Vijay. Actually, doing my engineering with Dell. I am not a Dell staff, and today I'm here with my mother to see how the meeting goes on. And I feel proud of myself that I'm able to be here and see my mother speak. So thank you for this also.
It is so wonderful to see each faces, and especially standing here and seeing everyone is my dream job. But nonetheless, we can start a meeting because I cannot wait to start. Because last time when Tanishq was the Toastmaster of the day, I was all in inspiration. I started finding what is all cybersecurity all about. I just want to know so much about it. And I do have a lot of friends who are cybersecurity personnel, but they have this attitude like, oh, we do this, we do that, not explaining what actually cybersecurity is all about and how to save ourselves. And today we have Toastmaster Tanishq, who would be giving his part two session, and I cannot wait any further. So let's call Toastmaster Tanishq. Oh,
Thank you so much for listening. And I just want to tell you that I'm not the guy you should take inspiration from, because the level of procrastinating I'm doing in my life is next level. And yes, I'll just open my slides and share it. Okay.
Toastmaster. Okay. In slow, right? So that we.
Toastmaster Raman, can you able to share your timer cards?
Yes, I can.
All right. I'll just share the whole screen. I'm not able to share the window. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is. The entire screen is visible. Now the
All right.
PPT is visible. Yeah. It's,
Okay. So,
we cannot
good
see the
morning,
text,
everyone.
Tanishq. If you have shared,
Sorry.
if your PPT is not visible, it was visible just a while ago.
Is it
Now it's
visible now?
not yet.
Wait. Is it visible now?
Yes, it is.
All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster. Yeah. So, what is cybersecurity? Toastmaster.
To safeguard ourselves from threats of the hacker or digital scam.
Toastmaster. Toastmaster Laksh.
Safeguard ourselves from digital threats, scams, those.
Can you just tell me one key step you're going to take to secure your device?
I would I
Toastmaster question. What would you like to have a key step to prevent from cyber threats?
That's what I'm using to safeguard my credential. I'll not download anything from suspicious website.
Great step. Toastmaster Sangeeta.
Want to have same password for all the sites which I do not.
Detections. So, cybersecurity is not just a technology, it's an environment, it's a tool from which we can secure our devices. From the previous video, I've shared a lot about cybersecurity. Now, it's the continuation. One of the key steps we can have in our devices is the eSIM. eSIM is a small size of the SIM that are embedded in our motherboards. It's the 1/12 size of the normal nano SIM. You can even imagine that nano SIM is this much of size, and the 1/12 will be a very microscopic level. And coming to this eSIM, that will prevent your devices to get SIM hijacked. Coming to what is SIM hijack? If I would keep my device on a table and leave it for 10 seconds, some guy can just take 10 seconds to uh, to just take out this SIM from my smartphone and take all the details I'm having from last 12 to 15 years. Postmaster Samita, how from how much you using your mobile number, the same mobile number,
Seven.
and how much it has been till now?
It is 20 years and others. Sometimes.
What if I get the whole history? What are you doing it? What have you searched? Your mobile bank details from last 20 years. What are you gonna do? And eSIM prevents that. And coming to these fundamental of cybersecurity, fundamental of cybersecurity is divided into the three sections, just like Toastmasters: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Confidentiality means that you have to protect your data by encryption and authentication of your devices. And according to confidentiality, what all key steps we can do to secure our devices? First, what are you going to do? What kind of passwords we can have in our phones? One of the best encryption method we can ever have. First, my parts.
Having the phone password, the two-layer process with a facial recognition followed by your PIN.
Great step, Toastmasters. Even that's a really a bad reality about the cyber attacks. If I'm the hacker, for example, if I've got the password of Toastmaster's device, Gmail or his phone device, I can, if he can change multiple times, I am the only one that I'm the observing his steps, what he's going to do in his device. For example, if it's his password is Kishan9 at rate 1990, if it changes to Kishan123, Kishan125, I can see all the actions. And coming to the integrity shows how accurate you are. Some of the phishing messages that we get mailed through. Toastmaster Anuj was there last year when we used to have our meetings in Select, and he just showed me a mail that he's got a mail from Indian Challan Board that he's got a challan on his vehicle that costs 10 to 12,000 rupees. I mean, who gives that a big amount of challan? Except if his challan was on the pollution side. And I just looked at his mail. I came to know that there were inconsistency in his mail, spelling errors, space errors, and even the phone numbers, the Gmail is getting from. When you got the spam emails, for example, if is there someone using Mastercard? This one, right? If for example I'm the attacker and I mail you about the Mastercard about any inquiry, I'll check that it's not the Gmail account from which I'm getting the mail. I'm been checking that if it is authorized Mastercard.com that I've got the mail from. And coming to the availability. making sure that system is not accessible from the all devices. For example, we have multiple posts, multiple stories shared on our social media accounts. Make sure that it's not public from every end. Except you're a social media influencers or something, make sure that you're not accessible. Just like this CIA guide I showed, our Toastmaster also runs on the same. First, the prepared speech section. Second, the impromptu speeches. The third is evaluations. For the evaluations, I'm gonna call the general evaluator of today's meeting on the stage.
Hello, everyone. Hello, online
Hello.
friends. I'm here as a general evaluator, and I'm very happy to be a general evaluator. But before I start explaining my role, I would like to share something, some beautiful thought. Improvement doesn't happen by chance. It takes time, and it happens through observation. And that is exactly what the general evaluator's role. It is about providing a secure, clear, and constructive feedback. So I will be today. I will be on my front foot and will observe throughout the meeting. And starting from the Sarvivadam, that is our first speaker of the meeting, and the last speaker of the meeting means final speaker of the meeting, and note down the about the meetings. Shiva, please welcome. So now, then I will, towards end of the meeting, I will share with my report and using CRC method like recommendation, and commendation. In commendation, I will provide what went well, what is the strength of the speaker, and then recommendation, I will say some area of improvement so we can all learn and grow. And then again, commendation because evaluation should end in the positive note. So I will provide again the strength of the speaker. And for this, I have a wonderful team with me, my meticulous timer, my eloquent grammarian, and accountant, and listener. So we are listening cybersecurity about cybersecurity from Toastmaster Tanishq. He explained it so beautifully. So I thought, why not give my tech team, my auxiliary role team players name? So I thought a wonderful name. Cybersecurity is God of communication. So, like cybersecurity protect our devices, and this cybersecurity is God of communication will protect the quality of our communication. So first, I would like to call our time security officer, Toastmaster Aman, as a timer of the day. Toastmaster Aman, the stage is yours. Please guide us about time management.
Hello, everyone. A very good morning to all the members and guests. I am the timer for today's meeting. My role is to ensure that we run on time and also to note down all the timings, especially for the prepared speeches, the table topics, and the evaluation. For prepared speeches, we have time limit for 5 to 7 minutes in general, unless there's any special speech, which we do have today. And at 5 minutes, I'll be showing the green cube. At 6 minutes, I'll be showing the yellow side of the cube, and at 7 minutes I'll be showing the red side. Yeah, similarly for the table topics we have time limit of 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute I'll be showing the green, and at 1 minute 30 seconds the yellow side of the cube, and at at 2 minutes I'll be showing the red side of the cube. Please note that There is a grace period of 30 seconds on the upper side for the table topics, not on the lower side. Similarly, for the evaluations, the time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll be showing the green side of the cube. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, the yellow side, and at 3 minutes, I'll be showing the red side of the cube. I'll be presenting my report at the end when called upon by the general evaluator. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aman. Now it is time to invite my language security officer, the eloquent grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Shraddha. The stage is yours, Toastmaster Shraddha.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Shireen. Good morning, everyone. As a grammarian, I'll be noting down all the good usages of words and phrases, and I'll also take a note of all the not so good usages of words. Apart from that, there is a word of the day and idiom of the day, which I encourage you all to use in your speeches today. The word of the day is copacetic, which means in perfect order or free of issues. Example of usages: after resolving the issue, everything was copacetic. Synonym includes smooth, fine. Antonym is problematic. Please note that the usage is for an overall condition and not for just specific cases like just for one speech. It's for, let's say, you're talking about the entire meeting or entire situation. Idiom of the day is on the front foot. Meaning is take initiative and stay proactive rather than reacting to a problem. Example is she stayed on the front foot by preparing thoroughly for every meeting. I encourage everyone to show a thumbs up when any speaker uses the word of the day or idiom of the day, copacetic and on the front foot. I'll share the report towards the end of the meeting when called upon by General Evaluator. Back to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shraddha. Such a wonderful explanation. Beautiful words, specific and on the front foot. Beautiful idiom. So now it is time to invite my next cybersecurity squad of communication, distraction detector. As a counter of the day, Toastmaster Trisha. Please welcome.
As Toastmaster Shireen introduced me that my role is to call the distractor. So today's distractor is the and so that and other syllables and other crutches which we use while speaking. Try not to use while speaking. Try to take a small pause in between. I will be also noting down the pauses which are unnecessary and repeated words spoken by the speaker and overthinking the
Distraction detector, a counter of the day. So we will be careful now. We should not use filler words. She is here and we will use well-placed pause now. Now it is time to welcome our attention auditor. A very alert listener of the day, Toastmaster Bhavani.
Good morning, Toastmasters. So, when I was in school, I was never a studious student like all of you here, neither the toppers online. When my school teacher, my English school teacher would ask me to read paragraphs, we used to get, all of us have to read one paragraph each. They would start from this row, and I was very strategic in this. I would count the number of people in front of me, calculate the paragraph I'm going to get, and I would start reading that paragraph, not listening to a person. Thinking that I was on the front foot and I would read everything confidently, all of a sudden, my teacher would call, Bhavani, read the next paragraph. And I'm looking around thinking which paragraph is there. Now, what is the problem here? What is the problem? I'm not listening here. But today, I get to do the teacher's role. I'll be listening carefully and I'll be watching you all to make sure that you are listening carefully, and I will be asking you questions about what you have listened. Towards the end of the meeting, we'll call upon by the general evaluator. Thank you so much.
Listener of the day. So this was definitely a very copacetic and insightful introduction by her and by my every team member. So towards the end of the meeting, I'll be here with my report. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster, for explaining your role very beautifully. So, coming to this prepared speech sections, we have total 3 speakers today. First is Toastmaster Darsh. I'm sorry.
The audience names.
Alright. The first speaker is Toastmaster Samira, then Toastmaster, then Toastmaster Darsh. But before calling them, I'd like to call the evaluators first on the stage. So, Toastmaster Yuvraj.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanishq, for
Wait, wait, wait.
inviting me.
I'm so sorry now, Toastmaster Yuvraj. Alright. So I'd like to call Toastmaster Shraddha, the evaluator of Toastmaster Sangeeta, on the stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanishq. So the first speaker is Toastmaster Sangeeta, whose pathway is presentation mastery. It's level 1 and project 1 speech, and the timer, please note the duration of the speech is 18 to 22 minutes. The purpose of the speech is to give a keynote style speech. I wish you all the best, and I hope you stay on the front foot in terms of delivering your key message to us. Back to you, Toastmaster Tanishq.
On this live conversation. No more cybersecurity.
I'd like to call the first speaker, Toastmaster Sangeeta, on the stage. Toastmaster Sangeeta, the illusion of time, the reality of dreams. The illusion of time, the reality of dreams. Toastmaster Sangeeta.
Before I start, because I cannot see Toastmaster Aman, who is the timer, so I would request Toastmaster Tanishq to show the cards whenever Toastmaster Aman shares it.
Also, can we pin Sangeeta, can we pin your screen also? I can't see you in full screen.
Okay, you can pin it because you are the host, right?
Let me see.
I've done it.
Okay, thanks, Aman.
Okay. Is the presentation visible to you all?
Yes, it is.
So, Tanishq, you can also see Toastmaster.
Yeah.
Toastmaster Aman, could you speak and share the card? Because if you share the card, we might not be able to see because, I don't know. Just share the cards once.
Do you want me to share my screen or the cube?
No, just the cards because you will be on mute. And
I'll just pin Toastmaster Aman for me.
Okay,
so, could
just give
you
me.
also check if you can see the presentation?
Yes, we can see the presentation.
Fine. Then we can start. Thank you, Toastmaster Aman. Thank you, Toastmaster Tanishq. Oh, the 22 minutes.
Toastmaster Sangeeta, you can
Yes.
make your own presentation too.
Can you check the presentation, right? There is no problem with the presentations, right? You can
Yeah,
check
it's
it.
fine.
Oh, okay. Then let's go with it. How many of you get dreams? Just raise your hands. What about online members? Oh, yes, everyone. What kind of dreams do you get? Just one word answer could be enough. Money,
Unrealistic.
unrealistic, success, morbid ones. Any, okay. Okay, now let's do an exercise. All of you close your eyes. In fact, online members, you should also do it wholeheartedly. Close your eyes and think about the last dream that you had. And raise your hands if you remember your last dream that you had. No, Carlos, you cannot open your eyes. I also have. Okay. Now, if you have not remembered your dream, do this exercise. Close your eyes. I can see everyone. Think about the achievement that you wanted to get. You were very close, the promotion, everything was very close, but you didn't. Now, shift that result accordingly. Think you got that promotion. Think you are the winner. Think you achieved what you never even thought. Now, please open your eyes. How fast was it? Do you remember? How fast was the results? 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 1 minute? Any numbers, any guesses? 2, 3 seconds. No, it was not 2, 3 seconds. Again, I'm coming back to this question, why it happens. Any random numbers? Milliseconds, okay. Random numbers? Okay, what about online members? How long was this exercise for? Other than the timer, definitely.
20
Okay.
10
seconds.
seconds.
Okay. Now, have you visited a dream where it was so good and suddenly your moms wake you up? Get up! It's school time. And you were like, I just started to dream. I was at the climax. I was reaching there. And you just fall. Have happened before, right? But when there is a nightmare, you are just running away. But the dream doesn't seem to finish. Therefore, what do we call this? Yes, time is an illusion, and I am not saying that. Albert Einstein said it, and a lot of physicists followed the same principle. Why time is an illusion? Let's first understand why we dream. Time is an illusion because past, present, and future, everything is happening together. Now you must be like, no, I came to Toastmaster, now I am here. But raise your hand if in the back of your mind you're thinking about your past situation or something you wanted to get but you didn't, or something that happened in the office yesterday, you are still thinking about it. The back of the mind, it is replaying the past. Or let's take the example of our mothers. They will be in future. What will you eat tomorrow? What about Sunday? Oh, when you will be coming after 2 months, what should I prepare for you? They are already submerged in future. And if you think, our brain process information like in past, in present, and in future simultaneously. And hence time is an illusion. Thank God I have not got a lot of exciting equations in physics to show you that, because then it would be very boring. And now let's understand why we dream. Because time is an illusion. There is nothing called now. Reality is also an illusion. It is just a figment of imagination that is happening. Half of the time, 80%. 80% of the time, we are just thinking about our past experience, trying to maintain. Is it true? Do we do that? Everyone is thinking. Just raise your hands if you are also thinking something about past. For example, someone has said something and you're just taking bath and like, oh God, that was a punchline I could have given to them. Now it is more clear, I can understand. Therefore, when this happens, the dreams that you will be getting is in accordance with this same principle. But the question is, what is a dream? And let me state this fact, we still do not know why we dream. We still do not know why we dream. And you know what? All the mammals, whether it's a cat, it's a dog, it's a human being, we are social animals, we all dream. But why is still a question. So if we have any scientists here, we can develop this why we dream. But we know what is a dream. Anyone can say in one word what is a dream other than what is written here? It's easy to understand because whatever we dream is a dream. So what is a dream?
Subconscious mind, brain, body.
It cannot play any trick. It is the reality. Subconscious is only the reality. I'll come back to this. But this is a very technical and this is the true answer. But I need some things like, what is a dream? Like collection of what? Absolutely. That is something that precisely we can state. Our state of mind helps in what dreams we will be getting. Right? Now, if you think about success, maybe you do not dream about success. You dream about failing. You dream about you want money, but maybe you do not dream about money. You dream about your failures. And that is a catapulting situation where you are like drawn to things like, no, I had a dream that I can be poor. Now you are working hard for it. So dreams are basically things that is already there in our mind, but we don't know. Why? We'll come back to that. But yes, I will not go with what is exactly written in the PowerPoint presentation. So if you want to read it, it's just it is written in a very simple way. So yeah, dreams include the images, thoughts, and emotions that are experienced during sleep. But before sleep, what happens? That is also something that we have to understand. Now, because a lot of people were very interested, what is a dream? I dreamt about this situation. I dreamt that I would be the PM of India. But look at me. I am still working in a corporate job. And then there were a decision made like, okay, let's study dream. And that became the foundation of a dream theory. So what happens in dream theory is we take a dream and dissect it. Thank God it is not a cadaver where we are dissecting human beings. We are dissecting your thoughts. I'll also come back to a very amazing thing, what happens. And how people understood why we dream and how we dream is they have just put electrodes on our brains and they made the person sleep and they check the activity that we have while we sleep. And guess what? Brain is the only organ that is never sleeping, other than heart, because it also doesn't need brain at all. It has its own function. But otherwise, brain is your CPU that is so much obsessed about knowing about itself that it cannot sleep at all. And if it sleeps, it is called brain dead. That was a pun. We can laugh. Okay. Now, what dream theory suggests about role of dreams? There are typically 7 types of dream that we all see. There is nothing beyond that. I will not go to sections like, about vision. I'll just touch a section on lucid dreaming and how to do that, but not go into the spiritual aspect where, we do astral traveling, which is actually true and scientifically proven, but I'm not going to that. I'll be just concentrating on dream. There are 7 types of dream that we all have. So if we collaborate, we'll find these are the factors that we have. One is consolidate memories. For example, you had a very bad breakup. Now you'll be dreaming how to mend up. Second is process emotions. Your mom scolded you so badly because of your results. Now you're dreaming, I came first. Now look how mom is coming behind me, giving like, this is your favorite food, I'm coming towards you. That is the kind of dream to process emotions. Then is express our deepest desire. Money is one of them. Success is one of them. Gain practice confronting potential dangers. For example, tomorrow you have to meet business or some entrepreneurs stating your pitch. Now you're very scared. I and Shraddha can understand this because on 25th we have our ISC contest. Now we'll be dreaming about what all things that can go wrong, what all things that can go right. So that is gain practice confronting potential dangers, and brain actually does this so that on the moment when we are on stage, we don't fail. Because our brain will be telling, hey, remember in our dream we fainted, now we cannot, because we already have an experience. Now let's go on to what is sleep cycle. Before dreaming, you should know dreams only can come when you're sleeping, not the daydream. Definitely, I do a lot sitting here and zoning out, but I'm talking about the technical dream that we are talking. So to dream, you have to sleep, and there are two types of cycle that goes on when we are sleeping. One is REM, that is rapid eye movement. Let me take you back to one of my days where my mom used to take a nap in the afternoons. Anybody here whose mom takes a nap in the afternoon, other than who have studied in Bengal or South India, because we eat rice and then sleep. Therefore, my mom was sleeping, and I wanted to steal something out in the fridge that mom cooked for me, but she would not allow me to steal it. Now I have to check on her when she is sleeping. And whenever her rapid eye movement used to start, I used to think she is not sleeping. Now I understood whenever she had this rapid eye movement where her eye used to rapidly move, that was the time when I should have got to the fridge and eat the tasty sugary treats that she made for me. I used to go when she was actually not sleeping, but her eyes would be closed and there would be no rapid eye movement. Now that we all know about it, next time your mom cooks a tasty, hearty meal, you know when to steal. Therefore, one is REM sleep, that is rapid eye movement, when we actually dream. Because our brain, the waves in our brain, is divided into alpha, beta, theta, and delta. So our brain state is in the lowest state, where the waves would be like very low. Right now, we are in beta state because not only you guys are listening to me, you guys are also processing a lot of information in your head. You might also be thinking about, okay, tomorrow I will be not doing anything, I will take rest. Oh no, Monday is again an office day. This could happen. Or a lot of people, they might think something else as well. So right now we are in beta state. But if someone is zoning out, for example, Laksh is doing a lot of tasks at the same time. He is going between alpha and beta, and now he's in a stressed position because brain cannot handle so many waves together. So breathing helps. And the moment you want to go to sleep, the moment you are between the wake and sleep cycle, like now is the time you just cannot wake up because you're just transcending into a very nice sleep. That is your theta state. Imagine in that state, your mom calls you and says some things like, "What do you tomorrow?" The brain goes back from theta to theta immediately, and then you might get a headache. But the time we sleep, there is a deep sleep, that is the time delta happens. And that is the time when you dream a lot. Why? We'll again come back to that. Now, I think everyone recognize Sigmund Freud. Everyone must have heard about Sigmund Freud, right? He was a little bit inflexible about accepting others' theories, but there is a book, Interpretations of Dream. I would want everyone to read that. Why? Because there is a lot of things that is correct even in today. Like, we all have had a dream where we have seen our teeth are falling. Have you ever got this dream where your teeth, okay? Wow, that's amazing. Okay. This happens when we do not reveal our actual personality in terms of our sexual orientation. It is when we are suppressing ourselves because we all have hormones, we all are going through all the hormonal stages. And if you are very stressed, that your cortisol, the stress hormone is very high, what happens is your brain wants to control it. but now you are suppressing your main hormones that is your testosterone, estrogen, and progesterone, or you're not taking the energy of sun. And that is when you're suppressing these basic urges. And that is when you get this dream. And this is exactly what our Sigmund Freud have suggested. But not all dreams could be sexualized, therefore his theory is not correct. Not always, but majority of the times. This is why you must have seen all the girls are like, hey, my dad, my dad. I love my dad. I got late because I was talking to my dad today. And it just continued for 1 hour. I could not say to my dad, just cut the phone. If it was my mom, bye. I could have just disconnected without stating anything, but not to my dad. But when we see a guy, they are like, oh my God, oh my God. And then we not correctly say it is a mom issue. It is not. This is biologically entangled, and we cannot say anything right or wrong because all these things are subjective. And this is what you actually dream. Now, next, the things that are actually correct is now what we will see. One is activation synthesis dream theory. So, this is like now subconscious and consciousness comes. Anyone is bored? No? Oh my God. I felt I am bored. Okay, anyway. But I would be suggesting what actually happens. This is a kind of dream where right now I'm talking to the online audience, but my peripheral vision is here. This is the past and this is the future. I can also see here. Now, when I'm talking, looking here, I have my peripheral vision here as well, and I can see things here as well. Right? Imagine we humans can only see one entity. Imagine about how it can see everything. Therefore, why this happens? This happens because we need survival skills. We have to survive. The whole concept about reproduction and love is only survival and nothing else. Because when you love, you get a companion to survive. Reproduction means your DNA is like, hello, I cannot die. I need to survive. I don't care about you want to be saint or monk, but I want to survive. So this happens because we have to survive. There is nothing beyond it. We have to survive because that is the demand of all species. Now, what happens here is right now I am also thinking whether you are bored or not. Right now, if I float into this thing, today night I will be dreaming like, oh God, people are just beating me with tomatoes and shoes because I was so bored. So this type of dreams only come when you're taking things. And in Invictus Toastmasters, God, that means I have gone so much. In Invictus Toastmasters, this is very factually based because we all have this kind of dream majority of the time because we're also thinking what others are thinking. Next is your self-organizational dream theory. This happens when this could be understandable. Whoever comes here, the last night would be a little bit dodgy. You would be able to sleep and suddenly you won't be able to sleep. You would be able to sleep and you won't be able to sleep. And between that gap, you would be dreaming how much you have failed. Even though you are the best speaker, you'll come here and you will dream that you will come here and you have failed. This is the kind of dream. This is just an example. There are other theories as well, like you go to your office giving presentation and you just forgot it. And this happens as well. Now, next, on to the next theory. It is creativity and problem solving dream theory. Imagine your best friend said something to you and you blabbered something, and when you were just trying to sleep, now you think, oh no, this is not the correct version. I should have said something else to her. Right? Now you'll be dreaming about her problem and solving her problems. Right? And this also happens a lot of times when we want a solution to something and we dream about it. Right? And yes, why this happens? Because right now, my conscious is here, but my subconscious is here. Right? So what happens is subconscious is taking everything and subconscious is taking everything, and then when we are dreaming, it is showing, you know what, you missed this. There was a bag here. It could have been a bomb. And subconscious can never lie because it do not know the reality at all. And that is why there are some dreams that we just wake up and say, oh God, it was so real. Now on to the next. Continuity hypothesis dream theory. It is just like, a continuous thing. Did it ever happen? You dreamt about something and you just woke up and you slept and you continued that dream. It happens mostly to females as well because both the hemisphere of the brains are entangled completely. And this also happens to guys whose neurons are too much connected. So this is a kind of dream. Another is rehearsal and adaptation. Adaptation. This is very easy. If you fail, you dream again and again, rewind the situation till you succeed. So this is the kind of dream that we get during our rehearsal or adaptation, especially if you're in a contest or in a competition. This is the kind of dream that you would be getting. And then emotional regulation. Have you been connected to anyone so much that you have dreamt about them and it happened? Let me share. 2 days ago, I had a dream of my sister who passed away. Like, my parents had a miscarriage. And after that, whenever there is a problem in our family, she would always come and help. Always. And this happened, I didn't know there were some troubles that was going on with my dad, and he said this today, and I was like, oh my God, now I can connect to it. And this is how you connect the loop. The next one is lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is just when you are about to sleep and you're awake as well, you have this dream. This is a kind of dream that you should be getting if you want to go for affirmations and manifestations. But maybe in my next 40 minutes session, I could take it because the level 2 is 40 minutes. 22 minutes over and come back to reality. We are no more dreaming. Thank you.
What an amazing speech we have witnessed today. A 22-minute speech. Oh my God, I can't even imagine me being presenting a 20-minute speech on this stage. So, before inviting the second speaker on the stage, I'd like to invite
Toastmaster Tanishq, one request. Request for the feedback in the guest group.
yeah. Thank you so much, Toastmasters Neeraj. So here's a 1 minute time to give feedbacks to our first speaker of today. Today. Your time is up. As the time is up, so I'd like to call the second evaluator of today's meeting. That is Toastmaster Yuvraj.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I am the speech evaluator or Toastmaster Kishan. My target speaker. His pathway is presentation mastery. Level 3, introduction to vocal variety and body language. And the interesting speech title, Jethalal and I. And the purpose of the speech is practice using vocal variety and body language to enhance the speech. And I wish all the best to my target speaker. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Raj. So I would like to call Toastmaster Kishan on the stage with a lovely speech titled Jethalal and I. Toastmaster Kishan, Jethalal and I. Jethalal and I. Toastmaster Kishan. I was supposed to go on third, but my fate has pushed me on second. Oh Lord, I am having stage fright. Okay. Do you know what's the best way to overcome stage fear? And apart from that, sharing stage with someone. So today, I would like to invite my partner in crime, my accomplice, one and only Jethala. Oh, sorry, he is here. So, Jetha is going to stay with me on stage today. Online participant can see my friend Jethalal there. Is it visible? Yes, okay. So, how many of you are familiar with Tarak Mehta ka Ulta Chashma or have watched at some point? I think everyone. What fascinates me most about Jethalal is his uncanny ability to conjure up an excuse in a jiffy. And for this thing, I have adored him from my childhood. And that has sharpened my ability to fabricate an excuse within a second. And I'm sure many of you have made excuse when you didn't want to go to school, college, or office meeting or family gathering. Would anyone like to share some sting excuse? Anyone? Okay, Tanishq. My stomach is paining and it's going to be okay. It was a basic, like everyone has done that. So let me share mine. My school was in Varanasi. I was in class 11. I used to ride my bicycle to school with my friend Rohit. My class teacher, the participant, was very strict, a man of discipline, and dangerous, like Professor Snape of Harry Potter. And even if someone was absent for a single day, he would interrogate them thoroughly, and if he sensed a slightest hint of dishonesty, well, the stick was always within a reach. We were in class 11, most rowdy boys, but in the class, we used to get a lot of beating. So one morning, I woke up and didn't feel like going to school. My friend Rohit called me. Hello. And this is the way how he used to talk. Hello. Where are you? I said, I'm sleeping, please go. Then he said, prepare for beating tomorrow. And I said, so beat. And I hung. Next day, I went to class with a sense of baptism, but terrified deep inside and praying to God, Lord, please save me. Please make the participant disappear or at least fall sick. And miracle happened. The participant didn't disappear. He falls sick. We got the news that the participant was suffering from viral fever and he would not come for the next 3 days. I was like, wow, 3 days. 3 days of hibernation or 3 days of uninterrupted sleep. What a life. But the problem with comfort is you become addictive. It spreads like wildfire. When did these 3 days converted into 14 days? I didn't even realize and just missed it till day. Again, Rohit called me. Hello. And this is how he used to make fun of me. I said, hi, how's it going? He said, you know something, yesterday, very beautiful thing happened in the class. I asked out of curiosity, what? The participant was asking about you very angrily. You might want to meet to parents. So I was like, oh, that sends chills down my spine. And he hung up. And didn't tell me anything how to get rid of this situation. It was 11 in the morning. The panic mode had officially set in, and I didn't have any other option other than summoning my inner Jethala. I said, Jethala, where are you? And my friend Jethala appeared with the halo behind his head. Of course, he was like angel to me at that time, and he said, what's your problem? I said, please rescue me from this situation. And he said, do you know, the parties are generally so a lenient approach towards the student who get enrolled in his private coaching. I was like, what? What you are saying? Do you think he is a fool? After disciplining for 14 days, I will go to his coaching and say, sir, please take admission. He'll beat out. Then he said one trick in my ear. I said, oh, come on, we are not doing this. He said, do you have any other option? Begrudgingly, I agreed and I said, okay, fine, let's do it. So it was time for the final showdown. 3:30 in the evening, I took out my bicycle, put on my cap and goggles. So if you're going down, you should go like a warrior and roll towards coaching institute. And right in front of gate stood there the party sir. Eyes blocked, brakes engaged, and I stopped my bicycle. I had to lower my gaze. And reason he was my teacher, well built, 6 feet high, and a stick in his hand. So I didn't have an option than lowering my gaze. I walked towards him and bent to touch his feet to take blessing. And he said, bless you. Where have you been? I took a step back, but I didn't utter a single word. I simply removed my cap, and suddenly his anger turned into sympathy. He patted my back and said, I am sorry, Bill. I didn't utter a single word, but I won somehow. And the reason being, I had shaved my hair. I had sacrificed my hair just to win that battle. At that moment, I felt that I had outsmarted my teacher without even lying. Of course, I didn't utter a single word. But today, when I look back, I realize something deeper. What started with a clever trick turned out to be habit. And habit doesn't stay small, it grows and it starts reflecting in your choices and sometimes it affects your destiny. And this is exactly what happened. See, being a little Jethalal uh, sometimes is okay. It's amusing. But acting Jethalal every day is and can be dangerous. Today, I still admire this man, but I continuously remind myself that success doesn't come from making an excuse. It comes from consistent and honest effort. So next time, when life puts you in a difficult situation, take a pause and ask yourself if you are trying to find a solution, a way out, or just another excuse? Thank you. Let me take a risk. What a crazy performance by Jetalan. So, coming to the third speaker, we have Toastmaster Laksh. Before calling him on the stage, I'd like to call his evaluator, Toastmaster Trisal stage.
Toastmaster Tanishq, feedback for the
1 minute
speaker in
break
the guest room.
for for feedback for Toastmaster Kishan. Time is over. So I would like to call Toastmaster Rizal on stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Laksh. The next speaker is very articulate and eloquent, whose speeches I always enjoy, and he is a great leader himself. That is Toastmaster Laksh, and the pathway is dynamic leadership. He is pursuing his level 3, project 1. The project 1 is negotiate the best outcome. Timer, please note that speech duration is 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose of the project is for member to learn about different types of negotiation and strategies that can be used when negotiating. I think he pretty much knows this already well, considering his role as a vice president membership. And the purpose of the speech is for member to share some aspect of a past or future negotiation in their life as well. So title of the speech is My Favorite Festival. All the best, Toastmaster Laksh, and I would request you to speak little louder because we are not able to hear clearly throughout due to the online interface, and you can come a little closer, if possible, to the screen. All the best, Toastmaster Laksh. Back to you, Timur.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rizal. So I would like to put Toastmaster Laksh on the stage. It is a very beautiful speech title. My favorite festival. My favorite festival, Toastmaster Laksh. Toastmaster Laksh, my favorite festival. Thank you.
Am I audible? Am I loud enough?
Yes.
Thank you. I know we can start. So good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, and a very warm welcome to all our guests. My name is Laksh Kidra, and whoever attended last week's meeting knows that Toastmaster Bhavani talked about her favorite festival, which was Vishu. So I thought, why not me? I'll also talk about my favorite festival. But before that, I'll ask you all, what is your favorite festival? Start with Paras. Diwali. Kishan. Many people said Diwali. So people have very sophisticated favorite festivals. Some say Diwali, some say Holi, some say Eid, some say Durga Puja, some say Christmas. But there's me. My favorite festival is the last day of exams. So no festival in this world can give me as happiness as those two words. pens down could give me. Now, that line is so powerful that it's more powerful than any motivational speech. In fact, the feeling is so powerful that it often reminds me of Sri Jawaharlal Nehru's famous independence speech at the stroke of the midnight hour. At this hour, when the world sleeps, India awakens to life and freedom. So, as soon as the bell rings and the teacher says your time is over, life feels beautiful again. The sky looks bluer, the air feels fresher. Even that one classmate you hated during the exam, it looks like family again. Now, this obsession started when I was a child. Let me tell you, when I was a child, exams weren't just exams in my house. In my house, exams felt like a period of national emergency. My mom would confiscate everything: the cricket bat, gone. The remote control car, missing. The iPad, hidden somewhere in the house as if it were a part of a police investigation. To this day, I am fully convinced that Indian mothers have a secret underground vault somewhere where they can hide anything during their child's exam. Right? And that's where the negotiations would begin. I would tell my mom, Mama, please, 15 minutes of hard work. Mama, please, 15 minutes. She would say, no. Then phase two. Mama, what if I study for 2 more hours? Will you give me my iPad? She would say, no. Then the phase three. Ma, what if I score more than 90% in my tomorrow's exam? And she would say, first score, then we'll talk. So no matter how strong my arguments were, my mom always won. I came with emotion, she came with conditions. I came with excuses, she came with logic. And then talking about the last day, as soon as I came home after my exam, I would throw my bag in one corner, as if it had personally betrayed me. And after coming my home, I would see that this was the moment even my mom was eagerly waiting for. And then she would say, what do you want to eat today? Now let me tell you, that is the best question in this world. Because on your because on your favorite festival, calories do not count, only happiness and memories does. So my mom would make literally everything. She would open a restaurant for me as if I was returning from a war. And honestly, in my mind, I had. But then the most emotional part would come: the return of the confiscated things. One by one, my mom would hand over me the iPad, the cricket bat, the remote control car, and I would immediately charge everything, even myself. So, when we are a child, happiness is simple. We do not need fancy trips. We just need our bat, our ball, and the knowledge that now my mom will not ask me to study anymore. And even when we grew old, during our high school, it was the same. Yes, but something changed. The festival remained same, but the celebrations changed. It was not about toys anymore, but it was about friends. As soon as the exam ended, there would be people laughing. This everything would be better. Everyone was louder again. Everyone was smiling again. And then there would be one person who would be saying that exam okay. No matter how it went, but it happened, it went. And that's the same person who would call you right after your results and ask, hey, how much did you get? How much did you get? But doesn't matter. The exam went. And even after coming to college, it has remained the same. The feeling of walking out of the exam hall remained the same. We still ask our friends, how did your exam go? But it doesn't matter because now we are free. Someone is making plans for a movie, someone is making plans for bowling, someone wants to go outside. And then there's always that one overexcited friend who will say, first we'll eat there, first we'll go there, then we'll go there, then maybe a night stay. And this is how our childhood and even now my college days are going. The best day is the last day of exams. And like every festival celebrates something. Diwali celebrates light. Holi celebrates color. Do you know what the last day of exams celebrate? It celebrates survival. Making through those sleepless nights, panic, stress, overthinking, and that one topic you postponed till the very end. It celebrates hope, hope that maybe, just maybe, by the grace of God and questionable handwriting, maybe I'll pass this time. No matter how old we grow, the feeling of walking out of the exam hall still feels bright. And knowing that for the next few days, life is mine again, and all mine again. Thank you.
What a great and lovely humorous speech by Toastmaster Lunch. Before going to the table topic section, I would like to ask for a 1 minute feedback for Toastmaster Lunch.
And request to Toastmaster Risal if she's a tech master to release the polls for the best prepared speaker after the feedback is over.
Sure.
The time is over, everyone. So without waiting any time, I would like to call the impromptu master, the table topic master of our meeting, that is Toastmaster Paras.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters and dear guests present over here and over online. Today, we are going to have a table topic session. But before that, I want to ask a question. When we step out of our house, we lock our doors to protect our valuables. But how many of us take some step to protect our digital lives? Our phone is our identity. It has confidential information for your personal, being your financial, and your professional as well. The risk over here is not the technology, it's our own habits. And now, I have thought through these table topics just to make sure that we discover our habits, the digital habits. So, to talk about the table topics, it would be impromptu speeches. I would invite guests and our Toastmasters present over here and online to speak about a topic for 2 minutes. The timer would raise out the card as green in the 1 minute, yellow when it reaches 1.30 minutes, and on 2 minutes it would be flagged as a red card. So, are we all set to begin? Great. So, who wants to volunteer first? Great, great. It's great to know. It's nice. So, Manali, your topic is if your phone gets hacked right now, what is the first thing you would panic about?
So my today's topic is if my phone gets hacked, what will be my mental step will be? The first thing that I'll do is I'll go and contact the bank and block all my accounts. I will definitely go to my laptop and log in all the Gmail, all the page, all the social platforms that I have, and I will change all the passwords. And I will definitely close the phone, and I will definitely go to the cybersecurity cell with the police, and I will definitely report it. So that's how I think I'll save myself from this hack, and I'll save myself from getting, I don't know what. Thank you so much.
Great, great, it looks great. Impromptu speech. Yes, Milan. Okay. Next, anyone from our online members who would like to come up? Or I should pick up anyone. So, yeah, I can see one hand up, Tejinder. Okay. So, Tejinder, your topic is if your life was a password, what would it be and why?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So very interesting question, password of life, because now we have almost more than 100 password. Everywhere you go, you have a password. But password of my life will be God, because without God, you will not be able to, you never know what is going to happen tomorrow and maybe after 1 minute. So my password will be God, because God is the creature, and without Him, you cannot imagine even one word, 1 second, one lifetime. It's nothing. So you have to believe on God, and I don't think that there will be any other good password for my life is better than God. And I don't know how my wife will come to know about my password. I am sure if I talk about it, I'm in Philippines, but she must be knowing in India that my password for my life is God. So thank you, and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tejinder. Okay, so for the next topic, anyone, any volunteers? Or I should pick one. Toastmaster Bahani, I can see you right over here. So Toastmaster Bhavani, your topic is, what is more dangerous, a hacker or a careless user?
So, is a hacker more dangerous or
Or a careless user?
or a careless user? So, according to me, I think a hacker would be more dangerous because in today's life, our mobile phone has everything. It has access to our social media accounts, our bank accounts, and if the hacker gets the password and everything is gone, all my money will be gone. So I think for today, I would say it is the hacker that has more power. That's all. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Bhavani. Uh, any guests, if you would like to come? It's okay, it's impromptu speeches, we are still learning. Yeah. So your topic is, what is that one digital habit you want to completely stop? Yeah, whatever any digital.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tanishq. My topic is for today is sorry.
What is that one digital habit you want to completely stop?
The digital habit I want to stop is using too much addicted to Instagram. Like nowadays, everyone is addicted of scrolling reels randomly. And as an artist, I'm an artist, so as an artist, I have to too much focus on my work because this field is very challenging. But and time I need to I'm wasting my time on Instagram. So, thank you.
That was a great habit. Okay, so anyone from our online members? I can see Shraddha. Your hand is up. Yeah. So the topic for you is you get a message on your phone. Your Gmail account will be blocked. What will you do?
Thank you, Toastmaster Paras. Oh, whose email is this? Why I cannot log into my LinkedIn account? They are saying that my Gmail is full and I can't log into it. I go to my Gmail and I see that it's blocked. Oh no. Instagram, Facebook, Amazon, Twitter, and Flipkart. Everything is logged in via this Gmail account. Now, how will I do all my shopping? Everything that is added to cart will remain in cart forever. Every post that I was supposed to make will remain in my draft forever. If something of this sort ever happens, it will initially cause a lot of panic. And because it nowadays Gmail is linked to everything, every possible thing. You don't really need to remember the password of any account, right? You can just say forgot password and it takes you to Gmail. But if it is blocked, I would right away try to contact the concerned person and try to get it resolved, because without Gmail you can stay without food and water, but without Gmail staying alive is quite impossible. That's my take. Back to you, Toastmaster Paras.
Thanks, Toastmaster Shraddha. In fact, everyone would be panicked when they hear that your email account. Do we have time for one timer? Do we
We
have time?
we are running a bit late on time, but we can have just one last one. Yeah.
Okay, so the last one. Anyone who wants to come up? Yes. So the topic for you is a very basic one. What is that one thing you would do to protect your data?
Raise your hands if you have problem in remembering your passwords. Oh my God, many of us. I also have it. So it's one basic thing that changing your passwords frequently that can actually help you saving your data a lot, which I am very bad at because I keep on forgetting my passwords every time. And once I remember it wholeheartedly, one password, and the time it has to be changed, I need to do all that struggle all together again. So that's something I would definitely try to do to keep on changing my passwords for protecting my data. Moreover, the most important thing that we keep on getting in every kind of news or DG awareness sites as well, that do not click on any of the unknown links, right? So that's also something that is coming to my mind at this point of time, to not just click on any random link. And in fact, any link without proper trust over that. And that's all. That is something I would say at this point of time. Thank you so much.
Wow, what a great session it was. So, as we got to hear a lot of speeches, we heard what important the role it plays with your digital behavior. So, with that, I would hand over to Toastmaster of the day to conclude this.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Paras, for a beautiful session on table topics. And yes,
Toastmaster Tanishq.
yes, Toastmaster Nisal.
Yeah, I'd like to make a brief announcement. So the polls are common for all the roles. So as and when you have to vote, you can vote after the prepared speeches, after the table topics. The link will remain the same throughout. And right now, I can't see any responses for the best speaker. So please go ahead and vote.
So just to confirm, we can use the same link, same poll multiple times, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you.
So they'll be in, looking at something. So we want.
Have you all voted? Please raise a thumbs up if you have. So, how many of you wants to know? Have you been hacked? Please raise your hand if you want to know. So there's a website named haveibeenpwned.com. It's this HAVIBEENPWNED. It will check into your system and will tell you have you got breached to your data or not. If there is more than 0 data breaches, you're not safe. If there is 0, then you're not meant important to this world. I'm just kidding. You're safe. And yes, is my slides visible? Online members.
Yes, it is.
All right. Coming to the data that are being stored in the enterprises. For example, if we take Facebook, then if you go a little downwards to the from your Play Store, there's a section called C details. Here, the amount of data is being collected by Facebook is the contact, photos, audios, messages, and so on. The most important part of the data we are having right now is the audio, photos, messages, your financial info, your health and fitness, even your web browsing. When you move towards your financial info, the financial information that you're enabling to the company is your payment information, purchasing histories, and the credit scores. All the transactions, all the SMS you're getting from the bank is being observed by the enterprises. And coming to the audios, what all conversations you're having offline and online, all are being heard by the enterprise. For example, voice and sound recordings, the other audio files that are being offline shares. You're not using your phone. It's on the table, and everything is being recorded by the company. Coming to the personal infos, all the personal infos are there. Your name, address, emails, and all. But the main thing is the political religious belief. The political and religious belief. For example, you're supporting the XYZ party or ABC party. They all are being recorded by the enterprises. For example, Toastmaster Kitchen is supporting a ABC political party. So the company is going to show the reels videos are attached to the to that single part to that single party will going to be shown to Toastmaster Krishna. Even your sexual orientation, not what you think, but the type of you're having thoughts about the other genders, for example, the LGBTQ. All the beliefs is being recorded by the company. Even your app activities, your histories, even your locations. If you're living in an apartment, for example, Rosman Tisha is living on the fourth floor of any building. The fourth floor is being stored the data. Coming to the next slide. If you're sitting outside in a cafe or a restaurant, my phone is lying over the seat. I just need to wash my hands to the washroom. I'll just take my phone and wash my hands. But someone wants to access through my phone, and for example, my phone's password 12345, and it's not correct. This app, who touched my phone, will automatically click the selfie of the person, and you'll get actually you're going to get the information, not the information, but the person's picture that is being unauthentic accessing through your phone. Now, कौन बनेगा cyber aware? This is a question we are very that are very interesting. From which of the foreign countries suffer from the most from cyber crimes? Close country. Go on. You. Right? Close country. India. India.
India.
Are you sure of that? Not half true, but it is USA because there are having a huge amount of money, huge amount of financial information, and all the data they're having, they are being stored by some other countries. Half key about that. I will just come to towards that. The second question: which of the following countries suffer least from cyber crimes? It is China. Because when it comes to your Gmail, social media accounts, and your the transaction applications you're using, most of the applications are used worldwide. For example, Gmail. Gmail is connected to your whole transactions, Paytm, GPay, and all of the social media accounts. Coming to the China, China don't have WhatsApp. They have an alternative app called WeChat. For Google, they have Baidu. For Gmail, they have Mail QQ. I don't know why QQ. And coming to YouTube, they have UQ. That is the professional and the long time videos. It is Bilibili. It is a short video for youth focused platform, and this is the Tencent videos. The most high quality videos are being shared on this platform. How many of you have used Alibaba in their past? Okay, Toastmasters is there. So they have an alternative called Alibaba from Amazon. And coming to the Instagram, they have Xiaohongshu. I was just kidding. Xiaohongshu is a social media applications that replaces Instagram in China. And the last question: which of the following countries has top level offensive security? Are you sure about that? That's so. You're correct. Russia has top level offensive security. When it comes to the your own country security policies, Russia has one of the best have done very best amount of investments to their technical squads. They have very big amount of hackers and very skilled hackers in their team. Usually they hack other countries, for example, Russia. Russian hackers usually targets China and USA applications for spying or changing someone's political or religious belief, or not religious, but the main thing is the political belief the person is having. And coming to, yeah, wait a second. Yeah. All right. In the so I'll conclude my report after all, but I would like to call the general evaluator of today's meeting, Toastmaster Shri, on stage.
Hello everyone, once again. Hello online friends. I'm back with my report. But before I start my report, I would like to share a beautiful Chinese proverb. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is now. And that is exactly what about evaluation is. It is about learning now. It is about growing now. It is about improving now. And the evaluation is not about pointing out mistakes. It is about finding out or recognizing the strength of the speaker. And it is about sharing some improvement, area of improvement, so that we all can learn and grow. So now, very interesting thing, I'm about to telling you that previously I was having a beautiful team with me. What was that? Cybersecurity squad of communication. Now I have a bigger team. The prepared speech evaluator joined my team. So I would like to invite first evaluator of the meeting as Toastmaster Shraddha. Toastmaster Shraddha, stage is yours.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. How many times did we see the word dream in those 22 minutes? Anyone?
Many times.
Yes, more than 10 times we saw the word dreams. In those 22 minutes, my target speaker has captivated everyone into such an informative session. She started with a question and also asked the audience to close their eyes, enhancing the audience engagement to the max. We felt connected and we felt that we were there with her in the speech. She also enhanced her speech by adding humor to it. She said, one example is when she said, DNA says, hello, I want to survive, when she was talking about reproduction. She also used a lot of vocal variety one example is when she said, get up. When I was dreaming, when I was sleeping and dreaming, my mom came and said, get up. And then I was about to start dreaming. So this also enhanced her speech to a greater extent. However, I felt that there were a few places which had the scope of improvement. Given it's a keynote speech, what she could have done is she could have also slowed down throughout her speech. It felt a bit rushed since it was a lot of information. There could have been a bit of strategic pauses added throughout for the audience to grasp the content well. Also, she missed giving a detailed conclusion to her speech. Adding that would have enhanced the speech a bit more. Also, kudos to her that she did include slides to back her speech up, but the slides are a bit text heavy. Reducing the amount of text and converting them into more pictorial form would enhance her speech enhance her presentations even more. And one example was in her slide itself. One of the slides showcasing brainwave slide was very beautifully portrayed. It was more of picture and less of words, so she could also explain to us via the slide. She also she was talking about dream theory, 7 types of dream theory, And she backed every type of theory with an example, making it more relatable for us. And she, when she was also talking, giving more examples relating to her mother, she was portraying the character by switching the sides as well as the voice. So that also helped us understand that there are two different people being talked about. Overall, the speech was amazing, and it she was on the front foot, keeping everything in check, that the slides are shared previously, and her objective is met. However, if she works on pausing a bit and less text heavy slide and add conclusion, her entire keynote speech can be copacetic. I wish you all the best for your upcoming speeches, and back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shraddha, for the presentation. Now it is time to welcome my next evaluator of the session, Toastmaster Yuvraj. Stage is yours.
Jetalal and I. What a great speech title. Raise your hands if you have watched Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma, offline and online. Good. Kishan, you have reached far apart. You have changed a lot, man. Guy, remember when I just met him for the first time in Toastmasters? He was completely rigid, shy, and quiet. But when I listened to his speech, I was completely surprised. Confidence. You were audible. Stage movement. As I feel that you were comfortable with the stage and with the audience also. You add the humor, which makes the speech interesting. I always encourage my members to add the humor because audience remembers the humorous speech. Great use of hands. Body language was visible. And one thing which I liked the most was that the photo of the Jethalal you posted on the wall, which was the attention seeker for all the members offline and the online. Toastmaster Kishan, the day you have become advocate, I feel that it's that if impact that you have changed a lot. Recommendations for my target speaker to resonate with the audience effectively. Vocal variety. You can add some vocal variety as your purpose of speech was to add body language. It is fulfilled. And vocal variety to engage with the audience. Because giving a speech in the same tone makes it quite not very interesting, but adding vocal variety can make it more engaging. And while he mentioned, my target speaker mentioned talking with Rohit, he can just use the phone. Hey, hello Rohit. The use of props, which can be the best way to engage with the audience. And I just observed the lack of eye contact with the online audience. And it was maintained with the offline audience, but having the eye contact with the online and offline can feel that the audience online is also the part of yours of the speech. And when my target speaker mentioned that touch his feet, he can initially act like this and he can go down and just touch the feet just to show. And one more recommendation is for you that why you can also share the picture of Jethalal with any of the tech masters like Tanishq and Bhavani, and they can share that photo on the laptop so that online members can see it more better because it was partially visible. And conclusion, while giving conclusion, it can be better if you give in the pointers and keep it crisp and brief. And just take care of the time management. Your speech was 5 to 7 minutes, but try to wrap up your speech when the red card is shown. Otherwise, it was a great speech. Over to general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yuvraj. Now, my last evaluator is Toastmaster Risal. Risal, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shireen. I think it is high time we make this festival nationally recognized, at least for students. Toastmaster Laksh, he started quite interestingly with recalling the previous mention of Toastmaster Bhavani's favorite festival. So that is one hook, that is a way to engage the audience. And he also provided with an unexpected mention, such as what we normally would expect, what a favorite festival, Diwali or some other festival. But there was a plot twist. It was about exam, and but it was also totally agreeable to everyone and very relatable. There was really good use of imagery and analogies, like how he mentioned the sky started appearing bluer. That makes the audience imagine and makes us imagine it more clearly and vividly, comparing exam time as a national emergency. So he was using the tool of imagery, which makes the audience, make it remember more. So he showed rather than telling, and there was right amount of intelligent humor. I noticed that the intelligent humor were in two formats. One is a tool of exaggeration, and another was a tool of unexpected saying. And he even mentioned the sentence, I immediately charged all the devices and even myself. So that was an unexpected mention. So that is a great way of engaging the audience and witty remarks. I also saw the generous use of stance and gestures. Stance when he was enacting his conversation with his mother. Towards the end, the analogy with festivals, that was a really good, interesting take, how we celebrate each festival. And just like that, this festival is about celebrating survival. Although I feel that towards the end, it was a bit rushed. Maybe it could slow down a little bit and seamlessly transition towards the end. And adding one takeaway, if possible, would make it more impactful. There was adequate stage movement, good gestures, very good clarity in voice. There's not much of recommendation except for a more slower and more seamless ending. And I would ask you to challenge yourself even more by playing more with the vocal variety and modulation. Although there was good amount, but you can challenge yourself more. All in all, it was a thoroughly wholesome, memorable and entertaining speech that got me so engrossed that I forgot I had to evaluate for the first minute. With tiny tweakings and sprinkling in more vocal variety, I can see yourself doing really well for the international speech contest. You're a wonderful speaker, and I can't wait to hear your further speeches. All the best, and for the international speech contest, you should definitely participate, and I'm sure you will be winning. Back to you, Toastmaster Shirin.
Thank you, Sir. Toastmaster Sir. So, how is the learning going? Hi, great. So, please give huge round of applause to our all evaluators. Guest group and vote for the best evaluator. Timer, please allow us for 30 seconds.
General Evaluator Toastmaster Shirin, I'd like to make another announcement. I noticed that there were some responses, there was some voting for the role players which have not been played yet. So please do not vote in advance. That would create a bias and would indicate preferential treatment. So please vote only the ones which have already finished.
Just vote for evaluator only. Then you can vote for alternate volunteer after that. Thank you, Toastmaster Aman. Now, it is time to call my cybersecurity squad of communication. I would like to call attention auditor, our very alert listener of the day, Toastmaster Bhavani.
It was indeed a copacetic meeting today. We all loved the speeches. Now, I'm back as a teacher and I'll be asking you questions. According to TM Sangeeta, when should you steal from your mother's kitchen while she's sleeping? Very good. Very good. The next question. What act did Kishan do for bringing sympathy for Tripathi sir? Very good. So what is the full form of the app WTMP? Very good. Okay. What is the password of life for Tajinder?
God,
God.
what is the password?
Okay. Sorry, online audience. Let me ask you the next question. Nobody is going to answer here. What is guest Tanishq profession?
Artist.
Artist. Very good. Who is the author of Dream Theory?
Sigmund Freud. Yeah.
Sigmund Freud. Very good. Last question. According to Love, what does festival celebrate? What does it celebrate? What does it celebrate? Survival. Very good. That's it for me.
Such a lovely mini KBC. Mini KBC means here knowledge brings celebration, confidence. Now I would like to invite distraction detector, our very alert accountant of the day, Toastmaster Krisha. Well, I'm back with my report, starting with Toastmaster Ganesh. We use frequent filler sounds like ah and We used filler words like so and that a few times. And frequent filler words he has used is and. Coming towards Toastmaster Aman, used similarly frequent times, used the repeated words. Toastmaster Shraddha, she used filler sounds frequently like ah, and she took a few pauses too. Toastmaster Shireen, she has used ah frequently, so frequently. Toastmaster Bhavani, she used filler words like so frequently. Toastmaster Sangeeta, you have used and few times, so few times. Repeated words like but, now, and were used frequently. Toastmaster Christian, he has used few times, so, and he took a pause frequently. He took one pause, sorry. Toastmaster Isar, she has used frequent filler sounds like and arms. Toastmaster Lux, only once filler words like so and that was used, so it's almost negligible. Kudos to you. Toastmaster Paris, you have used filler sounds like and frequently, and filler words like so frequently. Guest Manali, she has used ours frequently and so frequently. Toastmaster Pravilka, you have used but, so, few times, and we have used the word, repeated word and frequently. Guest Tanishq, guest Tanishq, he has used ours frequently. Guest Shivani, she has used so and are frequently. And Toastmaster Viraj, he has used but and frequently. Over to you, Toastmaster. Fish report. Now it is time to invite our language security officer, Toastmaster Shraddha, as a grammarian of the day. Toastmaster Shraddha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shireen. What a copacetic meeting. Everyone stayed on the front foot in terms of using the word of the day, idiom of the day, and some good words usages. The word of the day, copacetic, was used by Shireen multiple times and Toastmaster Bhavani. Usage of idiom on the front foot was used by Toastmaster Shireen, Toastmaster, and Toastmaster Bhavani. Some of the good usages, some of the words which I feel can be improved on was someone said believe on something, it should be believe in something. The usage of the in front of a proper noun is to be avoided. And if at all you're using languages other than English, you are supposed to translate the same after usage of that language. Coming to some of the good usages were Toastmaster Sangeeta used palpitating, which means racing heart, catapulting, which means throwing something with great force. Toastmaster Tanishq used the words confidentiality or authentication. Toastmaster Bhavani used the word studious. Toastmaster Kishan used the word uncanny, which means strange or mysterious. Jiffy, which means in a very short time. Status quo, which means existing state of affairs. Toastmaster Risal used the word articulate, which means ability to express thoughts, ideas clearly. Witty, which means funny and clever. Toastmaster Yuvraj used the word resonate, which means relatable. Toastmaster Paras said something which I really liked, protect your digital life. And Toastmaster Risal said sprinkles of humor. And she also explained what are the constituent of a good humor. I really like that and appreciate that she mentioned that humor means either you can exaggerate something or you can introduce unexpected sharings in your speech. My handwriting is bad. I can't read my handwriting. Anyway, it was a really nice meeting with a lot of learning. And I hope to learn even more in the upcoming meeting. Over to you, General Evaluator.
So please now welcome our time security officer, Toastmaster Aman, as the timer of the day. Toastmaster Aman, stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shireen. Before I dive into my report, I would like to give a huge shout out to Toastmaster Tanishq for being on the front foot and being my second hand and showing the cards to all the offline members present in the meeting. So, can we have a huge round of applause for him? Thank you. I'll quickly share my screen and we'll proceed with the table with the prepared speeches. Just let me know once my screen is visible. Okay, perfect. For prepared speeches, Toastmaster Sangeeta took 22 minutes 30 seconds exactly on the time. Toastmaster Kishan took 9 minutes. He exceeded the time limit of 7. So next time maybe he'll be more mindful. Toastmaster Laksh, spot on. He took 6 minutes 51 seconds. Now coming to the table topics, guest one, Malini, she took less than 1 minute. Toastmaster Tajinder, 1 minute 10 seconds. Toastmaster Bhavani, again less than 1 minute. Guest two, that is Kanishk, he took 50 seconds. Toastmaster Shraddha, 1 minute 15 seconds. Guest three, Shivani, she took exactly 1 minute. I noticed lot of table topic speakers were taking less than 1 minute. Next time, it would be better if they can speak one or two more lines to be in the green zone. Coming to evaluators, unfortunately, all of them were in the red zone, but fortunately, none of them were disqualified. So Toastmaster Shraddha, she took 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Toastmaster Yuraj, 3 minutes 25 seconds. Toastmaster Risal, she took 3 minutes 30 seconds. Now coming to the aux role players before we move to the big role players. So Toastmaster Trisha, she took 4 minutes. Toastmaster Shraddha for role of grammarian, she took around 3 minutes 20 seconds. And listener was spot on time. She took 3 minutes. And I am taking more than again 4 minutes, somewhere close to that. Coming to the big role players, Toastmaster of the day, Tanishq, he took more than close to 16 minutes. Paras was spot on as far as time is concerned for his role. He took around 10 minutes. And for Shireen and myself, I'll present at the end. Over to the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aman. Please give a huge round of applause. Now spin your guest room and vote for the auxiliary role player. And I will continue with my report. Overall, meeting started on time, and kudos to all of us because we all are punctual and joined the meeting on time. Online friends, thank you so much. Kudos to you all of you. Welcome of guests by our presiding officer was enthusiastic and well done. Kudos to her. And Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Tanishq, you did a very good job. You explained your theme. First of all, you brought this wonderful theme. It's very knowledgeable. We have learned a lot. And you explained in a calm and composed manner. That was excellent. Kudos to you. So no recommendation for you. And table topic master, Toastmaster Paras, you are doing first time this job and you did a very good job. You brought such a wonderful question and most importantly, you involved everyone here. Not only here, but online friends. Kudos to you. And one gentle recommendation is when we ask question or give topic, we must tell the name of the participant so that it is easier to the auxiliary player to track. And now our evaluator, we have 3 evaluators today. They did a very good job. They gave their report using CRC style, means commendation, recommendation, and commendation. All were good, but one recommendation for Toastmaster Yuvraj is that we can say that we cannot say our opinion about the speaker, but we can say or give our feedback according to our Toastmasters atmosphere. The Toastmasters according to Toastmaster. So everything was good. All 3 evaluators did a very good job. They gave their first CRC style evaluation, like commendation, recommendation, and commendation. That was wonderful, and that is necessary for any evaluator to give the use the CRC approach. And now I would like to appreciate my cybersecurity squad of communication. They did a very good job. First of all 4 members explained their role, introduced their role very well. Everyone understood that what they have to do. Like accountant explained how we should not use filler words. Listener explained about her role, and grammarian brought such a wonderful word of the day and an idiom of the day. Everything was good. No recommendation from my side overall, but I want to recommend some important points for overall our Toastmaster, means Invictus members. One is I would like to recommend once the road acquisition is shared on Monday, every Monday about 10 a.m. in the morning by Toastmaster Risal, our VP Education. Speakers may kindly update their speech title by Thursday or maybe earlier, so that it will become easier for the Toastmaster of the day or the host of the day to plan accordingly. Second, I would like to tell that once the speaker knows their evaluator's name, they must share proactively their speech details to the evaluator. So it will become easier to the evaluator overall meeting, and as a prompt and professional gesture, it is very important to share. Next, I would like to suggest that grammarian of the day must share their word of the day or idiom of the day before Thursday, so that it will easier to understand the word and incorporate the word in the speeches. And last, debate topic master, I already said that please announce volunteer's name before asking the question. And finally, for all of us, we are very disciplined person, but discipline and punctuality is a necessary thing. We have to follow this. This is all from my side. Thank you so much for listening.
Toastmaster Tanishq, before you proceed, I would like to announce and also please reiterate this for the benefit of in-person members. I have deleted the table topics poll, the previous one, because there was some discrepancy, there was some error. So I will send another separate link for voting the best table topics. Is that clear?
Yes. Yeah. So we can vote for the big threes, right? Right now. Toastmaster is all.
Sure, you can vote for the best table topic speaker, which is in another link which I've sent right now. And the same link has the previous same link has the best big three.
Thank you so much, Sir. As cybersecurity has three fundamentals, the pillars. That is the confidentiality, integrity, and right. A very good listener of our listener of today's meeting was Master Pamani. So, having a secure device is not a luxury; it's a necessity. So, I have concluded my meeting. I would like to call the president of Invictus Toastmaster Dr. Sangeeta on stage to adjourn this meeting.
Misal, do we have a clear majority?
Yes.
We need for 2 votes, right? Yeah. Okay, now I have the results. I'll just write it. But before I get to that result, I also want to ask feedback from our guests. So could you just come and introduce yourself because we will get your introduction and also the feedback for the meeting.
So, as I was Tanishq, and I'm an artist. So, I talk about this Toastmaster system. It's to come. Talk about the friends. So, that's when I get. I'm great. topics in the engagement. Very good. That's
And I want to call the person because of whom I joined Toastmasters. That is not the guest Shivani, but Toastmaster Shivani.
My pleasure. Well, I'm way out of practice now, so I was really amazed to see all of you. And you all are amazing. You all are doing amazing. All the speeches, table topics, everything I like. And yeah, it's like most of the familiar faces I can see, and very new faces are also there. So I'm happy to see all of you. And thank you so much for having me.
I know it's over time, but I really want to share this. There was a time when I called her and I just heard her voice and I'm like, I want to join Toastmasters. I'm sorry, anyone is talking? Okay. And then while I was coming, I just lost the way and I ranted, where is this? And this and that. And then I joined. And after the meeting, when I talked with her, I just felt hope. And then she suggested we have a contest. Would you come and participate? And I said yes. And I just went there. And then it was my birthday, so I stopped coming to the meeting for 1 week. And then yes, sure.
I also
Yes, and Yuvraj was also there on the first day. And then I asked so many questions about pathways, how long does it take, this, that, and so many questions. And the way she responded with so much of patience, I can't think a person can have so much of patience. And thank you, Shivani. I just stopped my job, previous job, and now I'm in a remote job just so that I can come. Thank you so much. And now we have Bhavani San. Please, could you come and just give a feedback in 2 sentences because you were the best listeners we have.
So I feel it was a great meeting as all the good speeches, and I see that there are a lot of confident speakers here. So I would like to learn a lot from you guys. Thank you.
Wonderful. Could you also? No?
It's very hard to stand there vigorously. So I take only 10 seconds or so. This meeting is very, very well organized. And all one thing I would like to appreciate is send out or like I was very out. So the support environment is forward. Thank you all.
Okay, now time for results, and I won't wait a minute because I cannot wait to give the results. So the best speaker we have is Toastmaster Laksh. Thank you for making us laugh again and again. I see you. I see you.
Yes.
And now for best evaluator, we have Toastmaster Shraddha and Toastmaster Risal. It was a tie, and next time you have to come and collect your certificates. And now for best table topic speaker, I was just rambling to the certificate box and I found we also have another certificate of her which was pending, and therefore it's not late to give her the certificate, and it's Toastmaster Shivani. I won't call you the guest. Thank you for proving once a Toastmaster, always a Toastmaster. Thank you. And now for best role player, we have for best Oxford role player, It's Toastmaster Bhavani. You want to bring your son along, it's okay. If you want to give your mom this, you can. And for big three, come Toastmaster Tanishq. Congratulations. Again, it's not different. After getting part three. Yeah. And with this, I adjourn the meeting. But before that, it's a practice to stand here and here and take a picture. Come on. Toastmaster Shraddha, Toastmaster Rasal, please take a picture. I remember.
I think few others can come to the other screen.
We can come here as well. You people can come here as well. Shivani, come here.
Smile.
Some people at the back also can move to the other screen. Yeah, at the back, guest Kanish. Yeah, and someone's yeah, Bhavani. Is that you? Yeah, now she's visible. Perfect.
Okay,
Now we have
perfect.
pretty much everyone on the frame. Yeah, perfect.
All smiles. Done. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, Toastmaster Shraddha, you can stop the meeting with this. Let's adjourn it. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Take care.
But for
Happy
us,
weekend.